This woman enters the room, reeking of the stench of yesterday's sorrows. Her feet are the seashores of lost captains looking for a place to settle on for just a short while. She's got stories to tell. She's laughed more than she's cried, lived more than she's died. Her carnal nature is vile, but God still glows through her sun-kissed skin as if it had its own smile. This woman has been swimming through storms since she stepped out of troubled waters. She's seen her heroines bow down to another power, and she wonders, what's in a woman?
What's in a woman?
Weakness is a foreign currency to females, and we've been inflated ever since the beginning of time. Our cries are known but unnoticed. Embodying strength and elegance, we fight stereotypes of being labeled as seductive in a world that only seems to value us for being sexually reproductive. But
are we also to blame?
When we entertain and respond to being called derogatory names,
can we really complain?
When our standards descend and our hearts remain open for simply anyone,
what's in a woman?
Women carry a worth more prestigious than fine stones. We are landmarks of triumph and integrity, humility, beauty, never to be merely reduced to something enticing to the male eye. God implanted power and poise to bring up men out of boys when men made themselves evanescent and left women with no choice but to be strong. Women always have to be strong, for often our meekness is misconceived as weakness.
This woman's weakness is love. She loves to love like love has no hate. She loves to love like hearts cannot break. She loves the idea of love, and so she continuously falls into the trap of loving prematurely. I think he loves me. This woman wears her huge red heart pumping blood down her sleeve. No bandage is big enough to cover these emotional wounds. She glares at the moon, hoping that if she could borrow its glimmer, then maybe he'll finally see the sparkle in her eyes. Maybe if her clothes were a little tighter, then they'd be more than just friends in his sight. Maybe if this woman had her worth in Jesus Christ, then she'd feel more than alright. This husband in her mind is only her acquaintance in real life, fairy tales, and so she tells herself that once upon a time he'll be the 1, 2, 3. Her from her singleness before God has given her the high five. No, it's not fine to speed up time or count days faster than him. This woman struggles with patience because she's played with so many imitations now. Fine China and made in China mean the same thing. She's fragile. Hold this way up. She can't hold her head up for hope because it seems that everything on this earth is broken.
For everything on this earth is broken. Everyone is shattered fragments pretending to be put together. She forgets that hearts break just as easily as man-made promises. Forgets that self-manufactured love, molded by two tainted souls, is a recipe for disaster. The cracks of her fragile heart became home to her like the scent of his cologne and how it smelt like lonely. She's been carrying brokenness for so long. She's lost sense of what whole smells like, feels like, sounds like. It wasn't his lips on her neck, nor the consistent yet empty conversations. She discovered that her only redemption could not be physically touched. It had no distinct voice, but in the stillness of silences it spoke. I bought you with a price. I determined your value when I gave you my life. Bring that brokenness to me and I'll fix it.
Better than any doctor or plastic surgeon ever could. I'll fix your mindset that thinks your outward appearance needs fixing.
Nip and tucking.
Botoxing.
Body implanting.
Eyebrow filling. Blemish covering for perfection. See, I've concealed you with my blood, so stop trying to make up for it. Because you never can. Keep up with his or her standard of beauty. It will never stop changing, but my standard will never change. It has always been the same. You are beautiful.
You are beautiful.
Because I made you fearfully and wonderfully in your mother's womb, and because I know the amount of precious hairs on your head, not because he or she said you can't. Rely on their opinion. Stop trying to look like carbon copies and fit in, because I've even created twins with different fingerprints. Your name is printed in the palm of my hand, and I will not loosen my grip, just like your future husband, who will always refuse to quit. So much so that each time he utters,
I love you,
it reminds you of the love that he has for me. If you gave your all to me, I'll show you that I don't need your help to make sure Adam finds his Eve. My character will always be seen in him. He'll make you wonder why you ever settle for anything less than perfect for you. This man will be imperfect, just like you. But,
dear woman, your imperfections make you interesting. Don't ever apologize for having those eyes that tell more than anyone has ever cared to see in print. Never conceal the rivers of wisdom which flow from within. You are a light, a city on a hill. And on days where your mind may drift away from this very fact, just be still and know that He is God and you are made in His image.